What is up, guys? It's draft time. That's right. No, it is January. We're going to draft because with Underdog, you can draft all year long. Yep, playoffs are still going on. We have the wild card weekend out of the way, on to the divisional round. Should be some good matchups. But let's talk fantasy football. We're going to draft some best ball teams. Maybe you didn't know you could still do that. You can still do that. We've been doing that basically. Well, even before the playoffs were set, before we even knew who were in the playoffs, we were doing the mittens and the playoff best ball teams. And now it's going to be, well, you'd think it might be a little easier now that there's fewer teams and we know exactly what's going on. But I don't think the drafting is going to be any easier. But look, it's always fun to draft a team. Let's get into it on Underdog. Now, before I get into the actual draft, let me show you the options, which I have to do quickly because there's so many. You go to drafts if you're on Underdog, which, by the way, if you're not, this is a good time for me to mention. You really should be. If you try Underdog right now, sign up and use code NGAME. Gets you free pick that you can use for any of these NFL playoff matchups or NBA or NHL or whatever else you're into. They have every sport, but also bonus cash up to $1,000. So you can play with free cash after they match half of your deposit. So definitely worth signing up, and you can get into some of these contests for almost nothing and a chance to win. So that's what I'm going to do. I do a ton of best ball and underdog drafts, but I'm not going to say I'm a high roller or anything like that because I'm not. But look, this is just for the divisional round now, just to give you a little overview of some of the options. If you want some action just for this weekend, the divisional matchups, this is the main slate. The difference here, the rules are pretty similar, but it's the size and the entry fee. So 6-person drafts, and we're going to get into one. You can do for $7, $3 only. You can go bigger. The bomb is $100 entry, 5 entry max. So you're not swimming with sharks again, like some of those other sites. You're not going against guys who are using algorithms and bots and all these lineups that they didn't even draft themselves. These are actual people drafting real teams, and 5 entry max, 8 entry max. So you have to actually draft wisely. And then if you want to really narrow it down, look, these are all, again, just the main slate for this weekend, $20, $30. I mean, there's got to be something here that interests you. The Hail Mary is winner take all. So that's interesting. It's there's no prize pool. It's 8K if you win. And then you can even go all the way down here to just the Saturday slate. Primetime Palooza. I know that's Boomer's favorite. Primetime Hurry Up, Primetime Drive. And then there's just the Sunday slate. And then the Gauntlet is back. So we've been doing, I did a Gauntlet, I think it was last week. And this is playoff best ball. So this is the whole playoffs. Now, some of those teams that we drafted players from are gone. So you're not getting more points to them, but this is what makes it tricky. The strategy is different. You're thinking long term. And of course, the mittens, the big mitten and the bigger mitten. I think I'll stick with the small mitten. The mitten returns 2. It's only $5, and I can do a couple of them. So let's get into that right now. Playoff best ball. All right. I don't think I need to go over the rules. If you've been here, you guys know what the rules are. If you want, you can check it out right here real quick. Again, the draft size is 4. It's small. There's 10 rounds. It's a 30-second clock. It'll be quick. It'll be easy. And it will be pretty affordable at $5. Okay, so only 4. You got to be ready. Look, it's already filled. That was quick. So if you want to jump in on these, you've got to be quick and you got to be ready. I'm at the 3. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch here so you can actually see the draft board and me not blocking it. And this is going to go quick. The big strategy to think about here is, what do you start with? You want to start running back like a Derrick Henry, who was, I'd say, decent last week, or do you want a quarterback, right? Okay, there you go. So now I'm going to have to go back and forth. Yeah, this is going to test me, my multitasking abilities. Switch back and forth between drafting and comments and and streaming. But here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's starting. What's up, Anthony? How's it going? Anthony, baseball videos just dropped. Another one dropping. Check. I know you're a big baseball guy. Check in on that. Clayton asking when the full team draft starts. Oh, for Underdog, it's at least February. I know it's after the Super Bowl and all that's over. I don't remember exactly. I can't tell you exactly. Okay, but let's see. I'm almost up. No, 1.1 was Saquon. No argument with that. Okay, and then so the first two picks were those running backs. Do I go Jahmyr Gibbs? Who is rested? Who is a stud running back? Going against a fairly tough defense. David Montgomery maybe back. Do I go Josh Allen? Oh man. I hate myself, but I think I'm going Josh Allen. Look, I got two picks before mine. This guy, let's see what he does. Okay, he took Gibbs. I didn't think I would necessarily. Okay, so he's going double line. Not a bad idea. Okay, so if I'm going Buffalo, it wouldn't make sense for me to take Baltimore players. I could go James Cook to stack there, or I could go NFC. AJ Brown did a lot of nothing. I'm gonna go. No, I hate myself even more. I just took two Buffalo Bills. Man, am I hating life? All right, but that's fine. Josh Allen, James Cook. I think that's a pretty good combo to have. Here's the weird thing with this format: you have so few teams involved, and such a small player pool. You can't really think just stacking QB wide receiver. You have to think just pure team basis, like stacking, if you want to call it stacking QB RB. It totally viable. You know what I mean? I still don't love any particular wide receiver in Buffalo, so I'd rather just hitch my wagon to James Cook than even in a tough matchup than like I don't know, Shakir or whatever. Okay, so I got a quarterback, I got a running back. Hmm. I'm okay taking a Kelsey here. I feel like they're definitely winning one, if not both. Let's go Kelsey, and then I'm gonna look probably receiver again. I actually call this. Chris can tell you, I call Rams beating the Vikings. I had a feeling. I'm not calling the Rams to win again, so I'm not taking Kyron necessarily. I think I'll go receiver. Okay, there goes JMO. I think I want to go NFC. I'm gonna kind of tag Shakir there in a queue for later. I'm gonna go Laporta. Give me somebody on the other conference team that could go all the way. I'll be honest, these days I'm kind of feeling Philly more than Detroit as far as Super Bowl, but you got to take the value there. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith were both off the books here. So wow, I get it. You're only four teams here and only four quarterbacks. Mahomes not even being drafted. That's surprising to me. Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson, and then I took Josh Allen. Now I'm feeling like I totally should have just waited at quarterback. I know nobody loves Jalen Hurts. Wow. If I had known I could get like a Mahomes or a Hurts here this late, I totally would have waited on quarterback. Okay, this is why we do multiple drafts. Let's do Shakir, and then I'm done with Buffalo. This is going to be a Bill-centered team. So now I can go. Probably going to go with like a guy like Terry. I'm queuing him up. I don't love Dallas Goedert necessarily. Who else is there on the NFC side? Let's see. If I'm taking Bills, I'm not taking Zay Flowers. I'm not taking Cooper when I just got Shakir. I'm not taking Hopkins because it's just got Kelsey. It's kind of a reach in terms of ADP, but that doesn't really matter in this format. Come on, it's 4 teams. All right, we'll go Terry. And then get some sleepers here. Probably gonna stack get another Lion, go Khalif Raymond. Honestly, that's all that's left. That's it. Jahan Dotson, is he gonna score a touchdown again? For the Eagles, I would like to get at least one Eagle. There goes Dallas Goedert. Yeah, I mean, I understand why nobody's taking Zay Flowers. I might go Hopkins here. Actually, I might go Hollywood. Now that I think about it. All right, just like that, I'm up. Actually, you know what? I could use another running back, and then Pacheco or Hunter Pacheco. Let's go Pacheco. You'd think he would be the main back. You would think. Okay, so I'm probably going to want to get me at least one running back from the other side. Ty Johnson. Oh, and here we go. Okay, well, let's wait on that. See, all these bills are still available, but I have enough. Okay, I'm gonna take Tim Patrick and hate it. Okay, I gotta. Yeah, this goes even faster than you think. All right, there we go. We're at the end of almost at the end. Hey Don, how are you doing? Thank you for dropping by. Let's see, Anthony's. Oh, good. Oh wow, NFPC is not allowed in your state. I didn't know they had limitations. Like I know Underdog's got some state restrictions. I didn't know NFPC did. So, and that sucks. Well, not too much longer. Be able to start drafting on other platforms pretty soon. Clayton talking about JD this week, the top scoring QB. I mean, look, that's definitely possible. Shoot, here we go. See him on the clock again. Too many bills. Too many bills available. I'm definitely gonna have to do at least another one of these. Let's go Zach Ertz. And then, I mean, at this point with these options, I might as well get another running back. Kind of disappointed. Brian Robinson seemed to kind of take a backseat to Austin Eckler last week. Yeah, running back dries up super fast. So, yeah. Okay. So you just have to do it. You don't know how these drafts are going to go until you do them. This is why you always start out with the $3, $5 ones. Yeah. So this team is fine. I mean, look, if the Bills do well, score points, make it to the Super Bowl, this team definitely has a chance, right? Got Josh Allen, James Cook, Khalil Shakir. You know, I'm pretty deep at receiver / tight end with Kelsey, Laporta, McLaurin could get you some points this week. But I don't love it. I'm basically, and my problem is that some of my better non-Bills players are Chiefs, and they're not both going to the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna do this one over. All right, I should say I'm gonna do another one. All right, so lesson learned here: the quarterbacks with a 4-man draft, you can definitely wait. I mean, unless Josh Allen just goes ham, I don't think he's helping me win single-handedly. So yeah, it was fine. It was fine. Let's do it again. Okay, so let's get back to the lobby. The mitten is going to return again. So I'm just gonna jump in another one here. Let me show. Okay, we're still waiting for 3. Would jump in there? Go for it. Mitten returns. All right, there's one. Oh, I think it filled. Yes. Okay. Draft board. Now I can show the draft board. There we go. All right. So in this one, I got the 4. So I'm at the turn here. Um, I, I might not get one of those top 3 running backs. So I'm going to be in the same situation here. But let's see. I mean, you never know. What's crazy, again, you can't go by the ADP. You don't need to go by the ADP, but again, you can't assume that everyone else will go by the ADP, especially in a league like this. People know what they're doing. Usually an underdog for the most part. The first 4 picks by ADP are all quarterbacks. And yet, Pat Mahomes, ADP of 3, he didn't get taken until what was it, round 3 or 4 this last draft. So, yeah, you don't know what you're going to get into. Clayton says, thoughts on Taj Washington? I know a little about him. I don't think he's, I mean, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about him, which I guess maybe that tells you something. Wow, someone went Jahmyr Gibbs at the 1-1. See, there you go. Jahmyr Gibbs at the 1. That's interesting. And then quarterback. Okay. So I'm going either Barkley or Henry. I talked about Philly. I like them going longer in the playoffs than Derrick Henry. So let's go Barkley. Oh, I have the next pick because I'm at the turn. So I can go double running back with Barkley and Henry, corner the market, and then just not draft any other running backs. Or I could go Sun God, or I could go Panic, and I could not take anybody. I'm going to just get Mahomes, which again, I probably could have waited, but who knows? In this draft, quarterbacks going early. I'm planning for a Philly KC Super Bowl. So now let's queue up Kelsey. Let's queue up maybe Worthy. Later, I'm going to queue up Hollywood. And then with Barkley, I don't have to stack, but look, I'm set at QB. And it's already back to me. Honestly, I was probably thinking I should have gone Amon-Ra St. Brown that last pick, but I ran out of time. I'm trying to juggle here. Okay. See, running back already. There's like nobody I like. I'm gonna go Kelsey because he's the highest ADP in terms of that position. I gotta get him with Mahomes. Let's go Puka. Again, this is one of those players that could give you one big game, and that's all you need. I mean, I talked about this, last week did the mittens, and I honestly I thought the Chargers were going to win. I think a lot of people thought the Texans would fold the way they, folded against some good teams this year, and the way they kind of limped down the stretch. It didn't happen. But with that said, if you drafted Ladd McConkey, you're fine with that. Like, you're pretty happy because that one big game he gave you in a format like this, a best ball format, is worth more than 2 games, maybe 3 games you'll get out of guys like DeAndre Hopkins or, guys like that. So a player doesn't have to play to the Super Bowl or even multiple games to be worth drafting. Now, if you stack them with Justin Herbert, that's a different story. Yeah. There was one draft where I had Ladd McConkey and J.K. Dobbins. So that team did not advance, shockingly. I did have 2 teams that advanced, just not that one. All right, let's see what's going on here. I got Mahomes, Barkley, Kelsey, Puka. I actually like this team a lot better so far. Mm, Okay, let's see. Running back could go Mixon, could go Pacheco. Oh man, I got to Worthy. That's okay. I'll just get somebody later. I'll rather get Hollywood. Could go Laporta again. Might as well just take him so I don't time out again. Got touchdown upside. All right, let's scroll down so you can see. Oh, see, I just forgot that I was on the clock again. Okay, there's Hollywood. See, yeah, these drafts are fast. I forgot that I was on the turn here. Okay, Laporta and Hollywood. I'm fine with that. Which is interesting. D Hop is going above Hollywood. I don't know. I think I'm happier with Hollywood in these drafts. Okay, but now I think I'm good with Chiefs. Got Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hollywood. Got a couple of receivers on the NFC side. Got a running back. I need another running back. Okay. I might take Shakir if he falls to me here just because. And Mixon was good last week. Of course, I can't feel great about them winning again. He does have an injury designation. All right, here we go. Do I take Mixon? Yeah, why not? And then now I remember that I'm still on the clock. I'm going to go Rashad Bateman because Zay Flowers still not healthy. Yeah, I was. Look, we were very high on Hollywood this season. Injuries happen. Injuries happen. Let's see. Anthony asking, what do you think of doing multiple drafts and drafting the majority of your team from one team only? Yeah, Chris was all in on that strategy last week. He was going like all Lions team and all Bills team, all Ravens team. I mean, look, that could definitely pay off. I mean, you do want to have at least a couple eggs in one basket. You don't want to spread yourself out between all the teams because then you can't get an advantage, right? Because half those players are going to get eliminated. Again, this is not just a divisional round. This is all the playoffs. So I don't think you need to go all like too heavy one side, but you also don't want to be, too spread apart. I like to get let's say 3-4 players, kind of like what I'm doing right now. 3-4 players from the team I feel is going to go far. And then a couple of other high ceiling players from teams that may or may not win. But again, we also have to acknowledge that we don't really know who's going to win. We don't. But I like Philadelphia in the NFC. I like the Chiefs, obviously, in the AFC. I am giving Buffalo a chance. I think it could be Buffalo in the AFC, and of course, Detroit definitely has a strong chance as well. All right, so now, running backs, whatever. And these drafts, okay. uh, Dalton Kincaid, I guess, is the best one. Yeah, I'm pretty evenly. Yeah, I'm kind of evenly distributed. Okay, my last pick. Let's take a third running back. I got Barkley. I got Mixon. Uh, let's go with a. Let's go with a P Ryan. I mean, what's the difference, right? Kenneth Gainwell, Justice Hill, Samaje P Ryan. At least P Ryan could score. P Ryan probably play more games than those guys. I don't even think it matters. All right. Well, there you go. And we got another one under the belt. So my squad here is Mahomes at QB. I think that's pretty good. And then it took me right to the roster. Okay, let me switch this for you then. So this team has Pat Mahomes at QB. I think that's pretty good. And then Saquon, Mixon, and Pirine at running back. I really just need Barkley. I mean, Mixon. Let's just hope he gets this one good game. Kelsey, Puka, Laporta, Hollywood, Rashad Bateman, Dalton Kincaid. I definitely like this one better than the last one. I will say that. So if I did another one, then I would probably try to do that RB start if I did have the turn again and just see how that goes. I probably went quarterback too early again. You know what? Let's do one more. I'm gonna wait on quarterback. I was going to last time and I didn't. And then we'll see how that goes. So here we go. Let's draft NFL. You got to scroll all the way to the right, by the way. This is the very last one on the screen here. The mitten returns 2. Enter. $5. In. And it's filled. It took like 2 seconds to enter that one. And okay, so I'm at the 3 again. I'll be very interested to see who goes where. Again, you kind of can throw this ADP out. Jameer Gibbs says 7. The last draft, he was taken 1.1. Go figure. So I'm going to try to get me some Derrick Henry. Actually, well, I should try to get Jameer Gibbs as well. I can get him at the 3. I think that's totally fine. Now, I hate to go in saying I'm going to go RB early or I'm going to go RB, but it's a 4-man draft. I can pretty much, tell you what's what after the first couple of picks are made. And there really isn't a single wide receiver who you just feel like is a first round pick here. I mean, Sun God, I guess, is first, but it's just weird. That's what's weird this year. It's not about the running. It's not about the receivers. It's about the running backs more. So I don't know. All right, so here it is. On the clock, and there you go. Sun God 1.1. Why not? We've seen a different first pick, and basically first round in every one of these drafts. So again, you almost just ignore these rankings here. They don't mean anything. So think roster construction. Think how you want to build your team. What team you want to hit your wagon to. That's funny. I was just talking about the receivers and Sun God. Well, that guarantees I'm not taking a receiver these first 2 picks. I know I'm not. All right, there goes Gibbs. So Barkley, Henry, Barkley. I like Barkley better. I don't have Henry yet because I just took Barkley. You know what? I'm going to take Barkley again just because I feel better about Philadelphia. And so I'm going to not hope, but see. Maybe I get Henry if this guy. Okay, never mind. Yeah, forget that. So again, you notice those first 4 quarterbacks, none were taken in the first round. And I'm not going to take one here. So I could go. Wow, Jameson Williams at the 5. It's just interesting. Okay, I got some Lions fans in here. I'm gonna switch it up. I don't feel like terrific about AJ Brown. I'm gonna go James Cook. I'm gonna go RB. I didn't get Henry. I would have liked that, but let's go Cook and we'll see what happens. Now, with Barkley Cook, I have 2 really good running backs, and I got one from each conference. I could set forget here, not even take a third running back, and just hope that those teams, one of those teams does go all the way. But I really would like to at least have an NFC running back. There really aren't any good NFC running backs left, to be honest, unless we have faith in Monty. And the way this draft is going, someone's going to take him like in round two. Okay, maybe not round two. Round two's over. I'm not going to take him yet. So let's now see. Look, okay, so again, this it's just I don't get it. We're 10 picks in and not a single quarterback has been taken. So I guess that just proves my point. Puka or Nico? Nico or Puka? I took Puka last time. Let's go Nico. Okay, so there's Lamar. Now here's the other thing. I don't have any receivers other than Nico, and I'm definitely not taking CJ Stroud. If I take Puka, well, I'm not getting Matt Stafford, so I could take a Xavier Worthy, and then next round see if I get Mahomes. I'm gonna have to do this backwards. I'm just gonna take whatever quarterback that's available. Okay, I don't want Zay Flowers. Don't love these running backs. I guess let's go Worthy. So it doesn't mean I have to take Pat Mahomes, but if the quarterbacks now start to come off the board and he's there, I think fifth round is fine. So what makes these fun? You really never know what's going to happen. Every single draft I've done has been completely different. Okay, there goes Goff. There goes Allen. Jared Goff before Josh Allen. Again, this is the Lions room. David Montgomery, 16th overall. Sure. I could just take Mahomes to pair with Worthy. Sure, why not? Well, actually, now I think about it, everyone already has a quarterback. Now, yeah, I'll just do it. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, I definitely like going running back early because I already, again, don't see anybody I want. All right, so let's get deeper at receiver here. Okay, Bateman. I think I might target Terry again, but that's the next round. For right now, I got some Chiefs. I should probably go with an NFC option. Guess let's go Goddard. He did score last week. These drafts are pretty crazy. Don't know what to expect here. Okay. Let's just at least take a fairly good running back who probably plays one game. Let's go Kyron. Now I'm done at running back. All right. Since I do have Mahomes and I got Worthy, I'm gonna try to get Hollywood again. If this guy doesn't already go and take him. Sorry, I can see the rest of the draft board there. Okay. All right. You take Terry. I take Hollywood. All right, so I got a nice little Chiefs stack there. Worthy and Hollywood to go with Mahomes. I'm set at running back. I'm actually really happy with my running backs there. Got Saquon and Cook. Kyron is my third option. That's pretty good. He might get flexed this week. Who knows? I don't have a stud receiver slash tight end, but how many really are there? Nico is probably my only one who's like an alpha. Okay, so now need that position. I think I only have one NFC player there because there's nobody else we're taking. That's why. Okay, I'm going to queue up Zacchaeus. And you know what? At this point, let's swing for the fences. Let's just go Zay Flowers. And we'll end with Olamide Zacchaeus. All right. And Fast and Furious. That's for sure. Fast and Furious. I just did 3 drafts. Yeah. 4-man draft. Again, the player pool is so small, realistically. Like when we were doing last week's mitten, all the teams still in it. It was a 6-team draft, but yeah, this still every single draft has been totally different. My rosters have been totally different here. So this one got Mahomes, Barkley, Cook, Kyron. I love that. Nico, Worthy, Dallas Goddard, Hollywood, Zay Flowers, and Olamide Zacchaeus. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. Well, yeah, very fast. Exactly. Anthony, I know that's the problem is you want to join with somebody. It's almost hard, but on Underdog, you can do private drafts as well. Jennifer, what's up, Jennifer? So real quick, best ball basically means, while I explain that, let me show you the roster I have. That way, hopefully it makes a little bit more sense. Gotta reload this. So best ball means that you don't set a starting lineup. It means that your highest score at each position is the player that accumulates points. So, for example, if I'm looking at the one I just drafted, so if you see here now, again, it's just different in the playoffs because there's just hardly any teams playing. So I got only one quarterback. I only need one quarterback, right? Pat Mahomes. And I'm just assuming that the Chiefs, play more than one game, hopefully go all the way to the Super Bowl. Hopefully for this, not because I care about the Chiefs. So with Mahomes, he's getting me on points. Now, running back, I got Barkley. Feel pretty good about that. And then James Cook and Kyron Williams. So if this weekend, let's say James Cook, winds up with like 15 fantasy points, but Kyron Williams, ends up with 17 fantasy points, and Saquon Barkley ends up with like 28. Okay, so I'm not getting points for Cook because Kyron scored more than him, so I will get Kyron Williams' points along with Saquon Barkley, presumably. I'm just assuming they score more than my receivers. At wide receiver / tight end. Again, I'm not picking who I want to play this weekend. So from those 6 options here, I'm going to get the score from the 2 that score the most. So if Nico winds up getting, 12 points, Worthy gets 2, Goddard gets 7, Hollywood gets 1, Zay Flowers doesn't play, and Zacchaeus gets 9 somehow, let's say. That means it's going to take those 2 top scorers, Nico and Zacchaeus, and those are the players whose point totals count for my lineup. The others just basically get ignored. And so it takes the best score from all of those best players at each position in my lineup, and that's my total. And my best score has to be the best score from all the other people in my league, which, again, there's only 4 for this one. But then you go on to the next round, and the same thing happens. Next round, my best lineup has to be the best lineup of the other teams I'm playing. So you get to draft, but you don't have to worry about setting a lineup, which is pretty nice. So I love best ball. We're going to do a ton of best ball drafts this off season. As far as when the full 12 teamer is going to start, again, probably after the playoffs and all that, especially after the NFL draft, we're going to have a ton. But there's always something to draft on Underdog, which is why we love it so much. All right. So again, if anybody here hasn't tried Underdog, check it out. You get some nice goodies and freebies if you use code Endgame when you sign up. And we'll be doing some more drafts to show you what it looks like. Try something different maybe next time. All right. In the meantime, we do still have videos coming out every week. We got some Dynasty content. We're going to have redraft content. Yeah, that's right. We're already looking to next season. So we're going to have everything you want, because who doesn't want more fantasy football? All right, guys. Check you on the next one.